Hey everyone, my name's Jace, aka Gemballs, and I'm a solo game developer here in Sweden working on my dream little game project, and we'll see how it goes. In fact, I don't know what the title of this video is, but maybe you have an idea of how it's going, or has been going, for the month of May, for this month's devlog, May 2024, okay? So let's go over what happened. TLDR, nothing happened. We made no progress this month on the game, unfortunately. So I'd like to, even though no progress is made, I'd still like to A, say that no progress is made, but then B, talk about why I think that might have happened, what can maybe be learned from it, or what can I do about it, or what can I expect in the next coming month. But not only that, there's actually been, whilst there hasn't been progress on my game, there has been something cooking, right? And we'll talk a little bit about that. I have a tiny announcement. It's actually not tiny, it's actually a pretty big announcement. So there's been things holding me back, but there's also been some good stuff. So let's dive into it. So the goal of this month was to actually work on level design so that I could start testing cutscene and quest system functionality in order to find the stuff that's missing from those things or to flesh out existing things. And that was the plan. Now, I struggled a lot with the level design aspect of this part, and I needed to create some level stuff so that I could start creating quest stuff. But, you know, I didn't need to make the level stuff. I could have just tested quest stuff in general, but I really wanted to get this full picture of like what a level could look like, what a quest could look like, what cutscenes could do, because cutscenes might take you from one level to another or from one location to another. How does that all work out? Maybe you're on a level and you're panning the camera to somewhere else to look at something else that's happening. And so that's kind of why I had this idea that I really wanted to get the level design going. Not only that, I wanted to answer more questions of what the level design was supposed to be. So it's not strictly that I needed to do the level design, but I really wanted to. And I kind of see, you know, game development as like, I tend to want to focus on the thing that I think is lacking the most, or that I am most afraid of. Or another analogy you can think of is like plate spinning, where you have a bunch of plates spinning on like sticks, and you have to tend to the slowest spinning one, right? So that everything keeps going. And this is the current thing that I've been focusing on. And I focused on other areas before, like dialogue systems, karaoke and minigame systems, pixel art, right? Like I do this all the time. Even though I could be working on other things, I focus on the thing that I'm most afraid of. And so in this case, it was level design, and I made no progress with it. So I want to talk a little bit about why did I make no progress, or why do I think I made no progress, and what can I maybe do about that in the future, if anything at all. So what I want to do is I'm going to open up MS Paint, right? Because this is the best way to explain anything. And I don't think that there was any one reason why I really couldn't make any progress, but I do think that there was, I think I can sort of identify 3 reasons, and I think it's all of them together. Okay, it's all of them together that was kind of the thing that stopped me from making progress. It's not any individual one, right? Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about, and maybe some people don't like hearing this, maybe you don't even know about this, but because I don't really talk about it anymore, but I have bipolar disorder, so this is the thing, right? I have this. There was like a video that Embracer Group made about this, and put in the cards, maybe if you want to check that out. That covers some of my experience with this. Yeah, so I have this. And this just basically means I have like periods of high moods and periods of low moods. They're pretty extreme. But this past month in May, I had a major crash. It was bad. It was bad, you guys. It was really rough. Now, the thing is, even if I have these crashes, that doesn't mean I can't work. All right, like y'all have been following me for a while. You know, you see that I make videos, I stream. I was doing community management with Satisfactory. This is not like a new thing that just happened. I've had this for like ever, for as long as y'all have known me. And so I've dealt with this, the highs and the lows, all this time. And I still made stuff anyway, right? I've done like, you know, the therapies, I've done medication, all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of different things that I've done, you know, and learned in order to manage this stuff, such that even if this happens, I can still actually live somewhat okay, and I can still get some things done, right? So this is not a showstopper, but it is something that happened, okay? Again, it's one of 3 things, right? But it is an important one. It is an important one. It is a significant contributor, right? To what was the downfall of this progress, right? The other thing is that I deeply struggle with unfamiliar work. Now, everyone struggles with unfamiliar work, I guess. You know, if you don't know what you're doing, it's kind of hard to do it. And I think maybe a lot of people probably even, you know, have the same feeling that if you have to do something that you don't understand, it's like really, really scary to do. And yeah, I feel that way, right? So whenever I do like pixel art, for example, that's another thing that I'm unfamiliar with. Like my brain recoils to the back of my skull and I get nauseous, and it's really hard to start doing it. Like it's so uncomfortable to do anything that it's hard to get started. But I do know, logically speaking, that all I need to do is just get started, right? One foot in front of the other, and it will work itself out, right? I don't need to know how everything will work out in order to make progress or to make anything good. All I need to do is just do a little bit at a time. Now, while I understand that, and while I've been able to put that into practice before, I have made pixel art that I'm really proud of, that I never thought I could do, but because I did one step at a time, I got there eventually, right? I know that logically, and so I can overcome this as well. But again, it's not that I can't overcome this one thing, it's everything, right? So unfamiliar work was kind of like bogging me down as well, and I was struggling to overcome those initial steps. Like there were many most days of the month I sat down with, like, you know, I tried pencil and paper to just sketch out levels. That didn't go so well. I just tried jumping into Photoshop. That didn't go so well. I tried going into Godot. That didn't go so well, and it just felt really gross to work on it, which is a problem. I should be having fun working on my game. So this is something that, you know, we'll have to work on. We'll have to work on for sure. The last thing is going to come out of left field for you guys. You're not going to expect this one, but this one is part-time job. You're going to be like, what? Part-time job? You left your old job to focus on your game. Why are you getting a part-time job? What the fuck? Why would you do that? Now you have no more time because now you're too busy working at this part-time job. First of all, I wouldn't have taken this job if I didn't think, if I thought it meant that it would meaningfully impact the progress that I'm going to make in my game. And I actually don't think it will, because this job is actually with some friends of mine. They're good friends of mine. They understand that my priority is actually my own game. They don't want me to stop working on my game, and they don't want their job that they're giving me to impact my game, and that if it does, they don't even want me to do the job, right? So the fact that there's this level of sort of like understanding and cooperation between like me and my friends here, where everything kind of just works out because, you know, they would be doing the work themselves if I wasn't there, and so anything that I can contribute ends up helping. And so like they're really interested in ensuring that when we set a limit on how many hours I'm working, that everyone on the team ensures that, like, if there's more work to do, then it just means other people have to do it, right? And that it doesn't fall back onto me, and that when I leave the office or stop working when my time is up, that like I can disconnect from that work because I can trust that they can handle any other stuff that might come up, right? So this is just the kind of setup that we sort of have, and I think that that's going to actually work out pretty nicely as well. So yeah, so it's not too much hours. I get a bit of a routine going. I get a bit more socializing, hang out with some friends, working on them with their project, which is really cool. And then the other thing is that it's like a nice stable source of income as well, which is really, really cool. That something that I can rely on every month, which is great. So that on top of the amazing support that I get from y'all here on YouTube and Twitch means that like there might be a lot of months where I'm maybe even breaking even on my cost of living, which is crazy to me. I never thought that like I would ever get to that point, and that's I owe a large part to y'all for that. So thank you, and thanks my friends for this opportunity to do this. So I think that this is like a bit of a win-win-win. I can still work on my game, and I can still help out my friends. So we'll sort of see how that goes. But why is it here on this list here? Is it because it's too many hours? It's not that it was too many hours. It's that there was like just the adjustment, right? It was the adjusting to their project, adjusting to having to work around other people, going to an office, having some kind of schedule at all. This kind of stuff was a bit of a process. Again, not too hard. I can do that. I can make my game and adjust to these things, but it's everything together, right? Okay. So these are the things that I think kind of, if you put all of that together, this is kind of why I didn't really make much progress on my game, but I don't feel super bad about it. I'm bummed that I didn't make progress in the game, but I think I managed my low mood symptoms well. I think I made good progress adjusting to the job. I think I had a good time working with the job, and not only that, and this is the announcement, is that this job here is actually a game, and it's a very, very cool game that I think a lot of people are going to be really interested in, and so I'm really happy to be part of that. And I've really, really, really enjoyed working with my friends this past month on this game, even though, you know, they've been working on the game for a lot longer than me. I just showed up, but I'm just glad to be a part of it, right? And you might be wondering, what is this game? Who are my friends? Where can you learn more about this? Well, you currently can't learn more about it from anywhere, but I'm bringing it up now because you will hear about it pretty soon. How soon? This Sunday. This Sunday on the PC Gaming Show. That's right, history is repeating itself once again. A game that I've worked on will be announced at the PC Gaming Show. So y'all will see it there. It will be revealed, and then by next week, at some point, it will be obvious what game it is that I am also working on the side, part-time, with my friends. So hope that's kind of exciting. I'm super excited. My friends are really, really excited because I've obviously been working on this game for much longer than the 1 month that I've been working on it. And we'll sort of see how it goes. Now, I just realized that you won't know what game it is, and I can't tell you what game it is, and I can't tell you who they are. So I'll need some way to communicate something to you guys, and I'm not sure what that will be, because it would be cool if y'all knew the second it dropped which game it was. So maybe I'll have to like leave a little clue in the video somewhere. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that. Okay. And so I think that's about it. That's the May update. Yeah. So not a lot of progress on the game, but life things happened, you know, and it wasn't all that bad. So what's the plan for next month? Well, the plan for next month is the same plan, but I'm dialing the level design back. I'm just gonna make any old shit. I don't care what it is. It's gonna be boxes in random locations. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna make any old shit. I'm just gonna make maps with the names of the locations that need to exist, and then I'm gonna put any old shit in them. And it's gonna look like shit. It's gonna be shit, but I don't care. That's where we start, okay? That's the goal. And then from there, we start doing the quest and whatever. So I'm lowering the unfamiliar work bar to like the basement, okay? And I'm gonna try and get over that, and then I'm gonna go into the other stuff. And then hopefully, if I can get over that little bit, maybe it'll inform other things or inspire other things or build some momentum such that I can, you know, do more with level design. And maybe I start enjoying it, maybe I learn more, maybe I make more progress, whatever. But I'm just gonna set the bar really, really low just to make sure that I can make some progress rather than none. And then that will hopefully help me work on the other areas, okay? Anyway, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment below if you have anything interesting to say, or if you appreciated this even though there wasn't anything to show or any progress really. Please let me know, and keep an eye out for some interesting games at the PC Gaming Show on Sunday. All right. Yeah, I think I know when it's gonna play. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it. I'll say it now, and maybe I have to cut it from the video, but it will be early in the show. Quite early in the show. Okay? All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye. Just do this ASMR real quick.